Welcome back to Likros. We're working on Parshas Re'eh, the very beginning of the Parsha, the very, very beginning. First verse says, Re'eh anochi nosein lefnechem hayom bracha u'klala. See that I am giving in front of you today blessing and curse. The I in the pasuk, see that I am giving. We're going to use the Targum. Yonason says explicitly, this is Moshe Rabbeinu speaking. Moses says, see, I, Moses, am giving in front of you today blessings and cursing. Now, the question is, in Hebrew, there's more than one way to say the word I. You could say Anochi, like it says here, or you could say Ani, a simpler way of saying I, without a smaller word for I. So why does the Torah do this, is the Maor Vashemesh's question. So to answer this, he brings first that he heard from the Maggid Reb Michal of Zlatcho that is on a different verse. He's on a verse earlier in the Varim that says, Anochi omeid bein Hashem u'beinechem. First Moses is speaking again. He says, I am standing between Hashem and between you. Shabi'uro, the Rebbe Reb Michal explained, someone who thinks he's special, person thinks that he's achieved spiritually either by his learning Torah or by his actions, his positive actions. He's making a barrier between himself and between Hashem Yisbarach, that he's not really able to connect fully to Hashem. That's what it means when it says in that phrase, Anochi. The word that's a person who thinks high of himself, he thinks he's special, then he is the barrier. He is between Hashem and between you. He's not allowing true spirituality to connect to Hashem. So we're going to take that idea, borrow it over here. So over here it says, Moshe Ben is using this big word for I. So he says, I am giving you. So what's it mean? It says the Maor Vashemesh going further with this idea that he heard from the Rebbe Michal. It says not every time is equal. Because when a person comes to daven to Hashem, if he thinks to himself, who am I that I can go in front of the King of the universe, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he becomes embarrassed and unable to pray at all, to connect himself to Hashem, so then he's not going to be able to serve Hashem, and he's not going to lose out on tefillah. Therefore, when a person does come to pray, he has to strengthen his heart, and he has to say, I am strong, I am able to go into the palace of the king. That's what's saying here, Re'eh Anochi. That's why the Anochi is used here in a positive sense. A person has to strengthen himself and realize he's significant. And therefore, that's what it means, Nosein Lefnechem Bracha V'Klal, this pasuk, that if a person thinks of himself as worthy to bless Hashem, then he is going to be strong enough to be able to do the job. He's not going to be embarrassed, and he will be able to say a bracha. However, if he gets too haughty and doesn't realize that it's for this purpose of spirituality that he has to be strong, then it'll be a klal, it'll be a curse. So that's why it says afterwards, the bracha comes first, the Asher Tishma, the next pasuk. So we have to realize, we can't be too haughty, even if we have good actions, even if we do learn Torah, which we're supposed to do. We have to be ani and not anochi. Yet, there's a time when we have to be anochi. We have to be somewhat proud of ourselves, strong and self-confident moving forward, and that's in the time of prayer. Because it's very hard to pray. It's very hard for a person to be able to bring himself forward towards Hashem. So a person has to do that, and he has to bring himself forward. And then he does avodas tefillah. He's serving Hashem by praying. That's what he's meant to do. And so that's where the person is positively the Anochi. If he takes it too far, he reaches the klala. So it's very nice in this pasuk, Rei Anochi. Learn this positive of being self-confident. It's today when you're going to have a bracha, when you're going to pray to Hashem. But if you take it too far and take it beyond its context and become a haughty person, then it becomes a curse.